Hello everyone. Today in this video we're going to show you the top 10 places you must visit in Australia. Number 1. Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. Visible from outer space, the World Heritage listed Great Barrier Reef is one of the largest living structures on the planet. In 1975, the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park was established to protect its fragile ecosystems, which include more than 3,000 coral reefs, 600 continental islands, including the beautiful Whitsunday Group, 300 coral cays, and inshore mangrove islands. One of the 7 wonders of the natural world, the park stretches for 2,300 kilometers along the state of Queensland, on Australia's east coast. That's about the distance between Mexico and Vancouver. Diving and snorkeling are spectacular. The astounding array of marine life includes soft and hard corals, more than 1,600 species of tropical fish, sharks, dugongs, dolphins, turtles, rays, and giant clams. If you prefer to stay dry, you can see the reef from underwater viewing stations and glass-bottom boats. On the mainland, Cairns, Port Douglas, and Airlie Beach are the main launching points for tours. Number 2. Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park. Deep in the heart of Australia's Red Centre, Uluru, formerly Ayers Rock, is one of the most photographed natural wonders in the country. The striking red monolith forms the centerpiece of Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park, a World Heritage Area jointly managed by Parks Australia and the traditional landowners, the Iangu people. Uluru, meaning shadowy place in the local Aboriginal dialect, rises to a height of 348 meters from the surrounding plain, with most of its bulk hidden beneath the Earth's surface. Also in the park are the red dome-shaped rocks called Kata Tjuta, the Olgas. As the sun dips in the sky, sightseers gather to watch the colors of Uluru and Kata Tjuta transform in the shifting light. A great way to appreciate these sacred sites is to join a tour led by Aboriginal guides and rangers. Number 3. Sydney Harbour Bridge. Along with the Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge is one of Australia's most famous tourist attractions. Affectionately called the Cothinger, this impressive feat of construction is the largest steel arch bridge in the world. It was completed in 1932, 40 years before the Sydney Opera House. Rising 134 meters above the harbour, the bridge spans 500 meters, connecting Sydney's North Shore to the central business district. In addition to the pedestrian path, 2 railway lines extend over the bridge, as well as 8 lanes for road traffic, and the direction of each lane can be switched to accommodate traffic flow. One of the top things to do in Sydney is a guided ascent to the top of the bridge, where you can enjoy spectacular views over the harbour and city. For an overview on the bridge's history and construction, visit the museum in the southeastern pier. Interestingly, Paul Hogan, of Crocodile Dundee fame, worked as a painter on the bridge before rocketing to international stardom. Number 4. Blue Mountains National Park. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, beautiful Blue Mountains National Park lies 81 kilometers west of Sydney and is a popular day trip from the city. Named for the blue haze emanating from the many eucalyptus trees, this stunning park protects more than 664,000 acres of wilderness and encompasses dramatic gorge, waterfalls, Aboriginal rock paintings, and 140 kilometers of hiking trails. The most famous attractions in the park are the towering sandstone rock formations called the Three Sisters. Other highlights include the Katoomba Scenic Railway, the world's steepest, which whisks passengers down the Jameson Valley through a cliffside tunnel into an ancient rainforest, and the Skyway, Scenic Cableway, and Scenic Walkway, which all offer elevated views of the dense forests. Hiking, abseiling, rock climbing, mountain biking, and horseback riding are all popular things to do in the park. Number 5. Bondi Beach. Bronzed bodies, blonde sand, backpackers, and surf throw it all together, and you get one of the world's most famous beaches. Only 15 minutes by car from the city center, Bondi Beach is home to one of the oldest surf lifesaving clubs in the world. It's also a great spot for a seaside stroller picnic, and crowds of tourists and locals gather here to celebrate Christmas and ring in the new year. A great way to soak up the sea views is to stroll along the scenic Bondi to Bront Coastal Walk, which begins at the southern end of the beach and follows the coastline for 6 kilometers along sandstone cliffs. Shops, cafes, and restaurants lie across the street from this famous coastal strip. Other attractions around the beach include the Sunday markets, ocean pool, and skate park. Take care when swimming at Bondi. Strong riptides often sweep unsuspecting swimmers out to sea, especially at the southern end of this kilometer-long strand, so swimmers should stay between the flags. There's a reason the Aussies made a reality TV show called Bondi Rescue. Number 6. Daintree National Park. A wet tropics World Heritage Area, Daintree National Park in far north Queensland is among the most ancient ecosystems on Earth. The area belongs to the eastern Kuku-Yalanji Aboriginal people, and many of its natural features hold great spiritual significance. The park encompasses two main sections: Mossman Gorge, where crystal-clear waters gush over granite boulders, and Cape Tribulation, one of the most beautiful places to visit in Australia, where rainforest meets reef along the white sandy beaches of the Coral Sea. This stunning stretch of coast is one of the few places in the world where two of the planet's richest ecosystems converge. The park's astounding biodiversity includes more than 18,000 plant species and a vast array of animal species, including the cassowary, crocodile, giant blue Ulysses butterfly, and the secretive Bennett's tree kangaroo. The resort town of Port Douglas, just south of the park, is a great base to arrange wilderness safaris into the park. Number 7. Fraser Island. World Heritage listed Fraser Island, between Bundaberg and Brisbane off Australia's east coast, is the largest sand island in the world and one of Australia's top outdoor adventures, especially for four-wheel drive enthusiasts. Along windswept 75-mile beach, you can see the rusted hulls of shipwrecks, the colored sandstone cliffs of the cathedrals, and the bubbling fish-filled rock pools called champagne pools. Venturing inland, highlights include crystal-clear freshwater creeks and lakes, some fed by springs, others perched amid towering sand dunes, and ancient rainforests filled with an amazing diversity of plants and animals. Sharks, dolphins, and whales prowl the waters, and the island's fauna includes wild horses, dingoes, bats, sugar gliders, and more than 300 species of birds. Access to Fraser Island is by ferry from Rainbow Beach and Hervey Bay. Four-wheel drive vehicles are essential as the island has no sealed roads. Number 8. Great Ocean Road. Most top tourist destinations have spectacular driving routes, and for Australia, one of its best is the Great Ocean Road. Built to provide employment during the Depression, the road stretches for 300 kilometers along Australia's southeast coast, from the surfing town of Torquay to the town of Allansford, near Warrnambool, in the state of Victoria. The top attraction along the road is Port Campbell National Park, with the wind and wave sculpted rock formations known as the 12 Apostles, London Bridge, the Arch, and Loch Ard Gorge. From a helicopter tour, these rock formations look like giant puzzle pieces, lashed by the pounding surf of the Southern Ocean. Other highlights along the road include the popular holiday resort town of Lorne and Otway National Park, an area of dense eucalyptus forests, fern-filled rainforests, hiking trails, and waterfalls. Number 9. Kangaroo Island. Nature takes center stage at beautiful Kangaroo Island off the Uluru Peninsula in South Australia. Kangaroos hop along the powdery shores, sea lions and penguins frolic in the crystal-clear waters, and koalas cling to the fragrant eucalyptus trees. Diving is also excellent. You can spot sea dragons in the temperate waters, and many wrecks lie offshore. The striking, wind-sculpted rock formations, known as the Remarkable Rocks and Admiral's Arch and Flinders Chase National Park, are other distinctive features of the island, and you'll find plenty of hiking trails along the soaring sea cliffs and in the pristine forests. Foodies, too, will be in heaven. Creamy cheeses, Ligurian honey, and fresh seafood grace the plates in local restaurants. To get here, you can fly direct to the island from Adelaide or catch a ferry from Cape Jervis on the Uluru Peninsula. Number 10. Sydney Opera House. Mention Sydney, Australia, and most people think of the Opera House. Shaped like huge shells or billowing sails, this famous building on Sydney's Benlong Point graces the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites and is one of the world's great architectural icons. The location is stunning. Water surrounds the structure on three sides, and the Royal Botanic Gardens border it to the south. Danish architect Jørgen Utzon won an international competition for its design, but withdrew from the project after technical and financing problems. Construction was finally completed in 1973 at a cost 10 times the original budget. By this time, Utzon had left the country, never returning to see his magnificent creation. Today, you can enjoy a performance here, dine at one of the restaurants, or take a tour of the building, which encompasses theaters, studios, a concert hall, exhibition rooms, and a cinema. But it's far more impressive viewed from a distance. One of the best sites to photograph the Opera House is Mrs. Macquarie's chair in the Royal Botanic Gardens, or you can hop aboard a harbour cruise or ferry for yet another picturesque perspective. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.